Ted Lindsay Award.
Good afternoon, hockey fans. Tony Brar here for your Oilers TV live show with the big news coming out of the NHL. Leon Draisaitl capturing both the Ted Lindsay Award and the Hart Memorial Trophy, becoming the third Oiler ever to capture all three, the Hart, the Lindsay, and the Art Ross, all in the same season. Now, I know what you're thinking. Tony, Mark Messier won the awards in 1990. Yes, he did win the Hart and the Lindsay, but he did not capture the Art Ross Trophy. Draisaitl does become the fourth Oiler to ever win both trophies as well in the franchise's history. And a lot of Oilers flavor in the show on Sportsnet today. Obviously, Wayne Gretzky presenting the Calder Memorial, Mark Messier, the Ted Lindsay, Grant Fuhr presenting the Vezina Trophy, and of course, Paul Coffey with the Norris. And the final stamp on the night was Gretzky awarding Leon Draisaitl the Hart Memorial Trophy. Both trophies, the first in Leon's career. As we'll jump to some highlights as I provide you some stats over the 2019-2020 season. A lot of hockey pundits were wondering if Leon Draisaitl does have the ability to not only capture the momentum, but also build on the 2018-19 season, which saw him record 50 goals for the first time in his career and over 100 points also for the first time. He finished with 105. He actually bettered that second mark, that point total mark. He had 110 points and 43 goals and 67 assists over the 2019-2020 season. And the scary thing, he only played 71 of the total 82 games. Of course, he participated in all 71 Oilers games. The season was cut short due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So it would have been pretty amazing and pretty mind-blowing to see what kind of numbers he could have put up with 11 more games on hand. So Leon Draisaitl is the first German-born recipient of both the Ted Lindsay Award and the Hart Trophy. He receives the accolade as a first-time finalist. The 49th season, the award has been awarded out to NHL players. He did beat out both Nathan MacKinnon and Artemi Panarin. Both guys, fascinating seasons in their own right. Artemi Panarin putting up over 30 goals and 95 points in his first year with the Blue Shirts. As you recall, last offseason, he did sign in the Big Apple, while Nathan MacKinnon has been a mainstay for the Colorado Avalanche offense. 35 goals, 58 assists, good for 93 points, and he also built on that with the terrific 2020 postseason. But again, it's Leon Draisaitl winning his first Ted Lindsay and first Hart Trophy award. Just a couple of numbers for you. The 24-year-old forward from Germany led the NHL in points per game, assists, power play points, and first in average ice time among forwards. And it sounds like we're going to get Leon Draisaitl here in just a few moments, so stay tuned for that. His media availability will be conducted by the NHL, so hold on to that. But just to finish off the stats, he also was first in game-winning goals with 10, tied with Alexander Ovechkin. He also finished second in even-strength points, power play goals, and fourth in goals with 43 on the season. Now, that's a big one for me because last year he was only one goal shy from sharing the co-lead with Alexander Ovechkin with 51 markers on the season. If you guys do recall, in the 2018-19 season, on the final game, he almost scored his 51st to win a share of his first Rocket Richard, but Rasmus Andersson of the Calgary Flames batted the puck out of midair on an open net to deny Leon of that award. But I'm sure there's one or two Rocket Richards in Leon Draisaitl's future. As I mentioned, he is the fourth Oiler to win the award and the third Oiler in the last 4 seasons to win the award. As you recall, Connor McDavid did win it in the 2017-18 season and the 2018-19 season. Again, stay tuned. Leon Draisaitl will be on deck on the NHL Zoom call, so stay tuned for that. A lot of good news coming out from the NHL in regards to Leon Draisaitl. And it looks like Leon Draisaitl is good to go from his home. Let's jump to Draisaitl now.
So we'll start off with Terry Jones. Go ahead, Terry.
Well, congratulations, Leon. First of all, does it take anything away from this accomplishment to have to do this presentation virtually like this for you?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still, the same meaning behind it, and it means the same thing for me. But it obviously would have been nice to share it a little more with my family and actually have the awards happening. But these are obviously weird times for everyone. So I'm just as happy about this.
Have to win it again.
Sorry?
I say you have to win it again then, eh?
Well, there's a lot of good players out there, so it's hard to win it again, but I'll definitely try.
Thanks, Terry. Next question comes from Nick Katsanika of NHL.com. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Leon, congratulations. You had such a great 18-19 season. When you play at such a high level, and how did you do it?
I think that's kind of the nature in all of us athletes. We try to do it all over again every season. That's our mindset, and that's what every player I think strives to do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's not easy to get excited for the next season and wanting to do it all over again, and most importantly do it with your team. So it's not that hard.
Thanks, Nick. Next question comes from Maximilian Haupt from the German press agency DPA. Go ahead.
Hey, Leon, congratulations to that achievement. I would like to know what does it feel like, just the seconds when you realize you actually won it? I saw you smiling a little bit. Could you just take me through your state of emotions when Wayne Gretzky told you that you're the winner?
Yeah, it's obviously very exciting. It's a big deal for me. At the same time, I know that there's so many people that have helped me get to this point, and there's so many people that I have to thank. Family, friends, coaching staff. They trust in me. My teammates, most importantly, the fans. There's so many people that play such a big role in this, and they don't get much recognition. So just from my side, it's a huge thank you to all those people.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maximilian. Next question comes from Reed Wilkins of CHED. Go ahead, Reed.
Hey, Leon, congratulations. Good stuff. I'll just sneak a couple in here. I remember we asked you mid-season about the possibility of winning these awards when things were going really well for you, and you kind of said you weren't thinking about it. But I'm just wondering, looking back, if there was a time during the year where you thought, oh, heck, like I'm having a pretty good year. Maybe I really am a candidate for these awards. And I'll just also quickly ask you just your plan here. I know there's been some speculation about you maybe skating with a German team or a pro team to kind of stay in shape and tune up. Thanks.
Yeah, to your first questions, I mean, obviously it's in the back of your mind. You read things and you're having a good year, but at the end of the day, I don't think about it when I'm on the ice. I don't go home and think about it all day. It's just something that comes with playing well, and you go out and you play for your team and try to win, and obviously a lot of times that's my way of helping the team win. So but yeah, I mean, it's a great honor and a great day for me for sure. To the second question, I mean, I can't really answer that right now. I've had no talks or anything with any teams, and I don't know what the rules are. I've never even looked into it. So I might start skating with my hometown team, but that's about it.
Thanks, Reed. Next question comes from Mark Spector of Sportsnet.ca. Go ahead, Mark.
Leon, I bring from the Professional Hockey Writers Association. Congratulations. I know that Connor McDavid casts a very big shadow, and you are clearly not standing in it right now. But does it mean more to you, or is it any different because this season, sorry, I'm at the game and they're shouting in the background. This season was the season where you went away from Connor's line. You centered your own line. You were very successful, playing at even strength on a separate line. And here you get 110 points and you'll win the Hart Trophy. Tell us what that means.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. I know the comments, or I know what a lot of people think. I was always, my opinion was always a little different, but everyone has their own opinion. Obviously I found some chemistry with Yamo and Nuge. We clicked at the end and had a good run. So that definitely helped. And again, the whole team throughout the entire year, coaching staff, the trust they put in me and getting me out there over and over again, even though I probably didn't deserve it at times. I'm just very thankful for that. And, I think Connor and I have a very healthy, great competition and relationship. And we just try and make each other better every day.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Next question comes from Stephen Wino of the Associated Press. Go ahead, Stephen.
Hey, Leon, you're the first German-born player to win this award. For only other German to win this award in any North American major sports, Dirk Nowitzki. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. Dirk is obviously someone that I look up to, someone that I admire. The way he presents himself and the way he, really has achieved everything that there is to achieve for a professional athlete in North America. So, he's always been someone that I look up to, and it's a big honor for me to be in that conversation with him.
Thanks, Stephen. Since you brought it up, Leon will be available for German reporters in the German language tomorrow morning. Let's go next to Chris Lohman of NHLPA.com. Go ahead, Chris. Oh, sorry.
Congratulations, Leon. What does it mean to you to be voted the MVP by your fellow players?
Yeah, that means a lot. Obviously, that's always very important to you personally, how the players you play against and the players that you battle against every night, how they see you, and getting the appreciation or recognition from their side. It means a lot to me, and obviously also to them. Thank you for voting for me.
And there's some big names that you're now attached with the Ted Lindsay Award. I guess when you look at that list, that's got to be something that puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, it's special. Every award, for your personal, career is very special, and it's a big honor, no matter what it is. You work hard for this, and again, there's so many people that help you along the way, and so many things have to go right. So I'm obviously honored for that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. We have time for a few more. Next question comes from Amelie Benjamin of NHL.com. Go ahead, Amelie.
Hi, Leon. I just wanted to have you sort of look into the future and see if you look at these awards outside of these top three finalists, yourself included, obviously, who do you think might be the next person to win? And if you could answer for both awards, that would be great.
You're talking about next season?
Exactly.
Oh, that's hard. There's so many good players in this league. I don't know. It's impossible. I mean, Connor will always be up there. He will always be, talked about and in the conversation. There's no doubt about that. But, McKinnon, obviously, he's been very close a couple of times. But there's so many players that can win it every year. And the talent in the league nowadays, it's crazy. So that's a tough one.
Okay, we'll take two more. Next question comes from Gemma Karsten Smith from the Canadian Press. Go ahead, Gemma.
Hi, Leon. Obviously, this is a bit of a weird ceremony this year, but does it mean anything to you to have Mark Messier and Wayne Gretzky be the ones who give you this news and present the awards to you, knowing that they are these greats for the Oilers?
Yeah, it means a lot. They're obviously, superstars and legends of the game. And, especially the connection with Edmonton, getting to meet them and being around them. And, it means a lot. It's special. They've won, I don't know how many of those awards. So, I'm sure they know what I'm feeling like right now. So, it's a big deal and a great day.
And kind of follow up for that, obviously, if this was in Las Vegas, you'd be with friends, you'd be with some of your teammates, and you'd really get to celebrate. How do you celebrate when you're by yourself in Germany?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's about 1:15 in the middle of the night right now, so my family's sleeping. But yeah, we'll find a way to celebrate it a little bit. But obviously, as an athlete, you always you look ahead for the next season, and that's where my focus is at right now.
Thanks, Gemma. And our last question comes from Maximilian Haupt. Go ahead, Maximilian.
Thank you. Does this help to accept the end of the season that you obviously didn't like with the early dropout of the playoffs? And what has to happen for you to have a shot at that Stanley Cup? That's obviously one of the goals that's not achieved yet.
No, this doesn't make up for it. It's a nice personal reward, or it's a nice personal, I guess, award for myself. But there's nothing that comes ahead of the Stanley Cup. I think that's the same for any player in the league. And if I could hand those 2 or 3 awards back in for a Stanley Cup, I would do that in a heartbeat, and I think so would everyone else. So it's a nice day. I'm proud and I'm happy for sure. But my goal at the end of the day in my career is to win the Stanley Cup.
Thanks, Maximilian. And thanks again, Leon, for doing this so late. Congratulations on winning 2 of the most prestigious awards you could possibly win in the NHL. And we'll talk to you tomorrow morning in German.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leon. We'll be joined shortly.
And there was the NHL's most valuable player and most outstanding player, Leon Draisaitl, awarded both the Ted Lindsay and the Hart Memorial Trophy on this day on an NHL award show that had a lot of Oilers flavor to it. Leon Draisaitl becoming the first German to win both awards, and again becoming the 3rd Oiler to ever win all 3, the Hart, the Lindsay, and the Art Ross Trophy, all in the same season. Mark Messier came close in 1990. He captured both the Hart Memorial and the Ted Lindsay Award, and not to mention the Stanley Cup. But he did lose out to his former teammate, Wayne Gretzky, down in LA. Now, just a quick update on the ballots. Leon Draisaitl accumulated 91 of the total 170 total ballots casted. He captured 91 first place votes. He garnered 1,309 voting points. Nathan MacKinnon had 48 first place votes. Again, Draisaitl with 91, MacKinnon with 48. He had 1,162 points, and Artemi Panarin of the New York Rangers received 24 first place votes. Again, Leon Draisaitl winning both the Hart Memorial Trophy and the Ted Lindsay Award. Draisaitl, of course, had 43 goals, 67 assists, and 110 points, accumulating many different highlights. But now it's time for my mom's favorite segment of the show. Let's roll. So, guys, it's Tell Tony. It's Tell Tony time. What I'm going to ask Oiler fans here on the Oilers Facebook page and the Oilers YouTube page, so I apologize if you're watching on Twitter. I just can't seem to get the comments up. But on the Oilers Facebook page and the Oilers YouTube page, comment your favorite Leon Draisaitl highlight from this season, and I will read it right now. We already have lots of engagement so far on both chats. So again, Oilers fans and hockey fans, comment your favorite Leon Draisaitl highlight from the 2019-2020 season, which saw him capture both the Hart Memorial Trophy and the Ted Lindsay Award, in the Facebook comments and the YouTube comments, and I will read it out loud. I'm going to quickly share mine. This goes back to a game in Pittsburgh where he scored the overtime winner, and I think this also has a little bit of sentimental value to it as well, because the Oilers won 2-1 that day. It was an afternoon game from the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. Draisaitl scored a spectacular winner over the right shoulder of Matt Murray, but Colby Cave also scored in that game to help the Oilers win 2-1. So I'm going to go, my favorite Leon Draisaitl moment was combined with the late Colby Cave. It was a tremendous game and a tremendous game to be in the arena for. That's going to be my favorite Leon Draisaitl moment. Let's go. We already have a lot of great answers. And there's a goal. Sorry, I think my feed's a little bit late, but there was the goal from Leon Draisaitl. Thanks so much to my friend Ryan Hertzu, who's producing this tonight's show, for bringing that up so promptly. But David Lambright saying Leon Draisaitl getting a backhand pass in front of the net for the tap-in. Leon Draisaitl is so good on his backhand, equally as good on his forehand. That's what makes him so dangerous. David, thanks so much for doing that. Luke J.J. Jarris saying the Nashville 4-goal game. What a tremendous game that was. That was spectacular to watch. Leon Draisaitl was firing at all cylinders, obviously recording 4 of his 43 goals in that game. Christine Foisey just saying, go Dry, go. Just like many Oiler fans in the stands. Chris Moore and Barry Weens also saying the 4-goal game from Nashville. Obviously, such a highlight of Leon Draisaitl's, not only his season, but his career, notching his first 4-goal game of his career. Andrew Lee saying, wouldn't that be every one-timer from the power play just because Leon Draisaitl is so good on his backhand? Sharon Boyd, don't worry, we miss watching him too. Let's go. There's Shelly Bramroff Sikorsky. I apologize if I said that incorrectly. The bleepin' phenomenal fans from Rogers Place. That was definitely a great highlight. Our co-host Kate Pedersen was doing the after game avail in arena at Rogers Place, and when she asked Leon about the atmosphere at Rogers Place, he just simply said, "Our fans are bleeping phenomenal." I'm going to let your imagination go to work and think about what he said. Obviously, I can't say it right now, but tremendous moment in Rogers Place this year. Eric Lai also saying him shouting out the fans, so again, alluding to the same thing. Christine Foisey saying every game Draisaitl played in was fabulous. Draisaitl had 56, I should say he had points in 56 of the 71 games he played with. That was the highest percentage in that regard in the National Hockey League, edging Artemi Panarin and Patrick Kane. Draisaitl recording 79% in a point in 79% of his games this season. So, Christine, you're not far off from there. So that was the Facebook side. Let's go over to the YouTube side. Fall Shadow saying Leon is the GOAT. I think for this season that is appropriate, capturing both the Hart Memorial Trophy and the Ted Lindsay. Let's go with I see a lot of 4-goal games as well. The Chuckles 1985 saying Draisaitl for the Rocket next year in 2021. The 4-goal game seems to be such a prominent answer in the YouTube and Facebook chats today. The Chuckles 1985 saying the Draisaitl overtime winners. Now, you'd be super hard pressed to find a better duo in the league than 97 and 29. In overtime, 3-on-3 really opens up the ice, and Leon Draisaitl's shot is absolutely lethal. And we're going to finish off with one final comment. Graver1 says Leon deserves to be MVP. The voters thought so. The players thought so. He was voted both the most valuable and the most outstanding player for 2019-2020 as Leon Draisaitl captures his first Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Memorial Trophy all in the same season. As that's going to wrap up today's live show. Before we leave for the night, we're going to let you guys indulge in some of Leon's best highlights from 2019-2020. Here's the rewind from the season.
Chase on, back to Draisaitl, snaps a shot, he scores! Leon Draisaitl, power play goal! The Oilers, neatly there by Kopitar, but kept in by the Oilers. Draisaitl, McDavid, Draisaitl snaps a shot, he scores! Cassian, here comes McDavid, moving in with Draisaitl, McDavid, Draisaitl scores! The dynamic duo click. That's there. Oilers trying to get advantage. Draisaitl winds it, fires, scores! Heading shot, rebound, Draisaitl scores! Joins, here is Draisaitl, right down the middle, scores! The shot away, now a backhand, doesn't make it through, and a second opportunity, Draisaitl on the doorstep, scores! In front, Nugent-Hopkins, one more chance, here's Draisaitl, he scores! Just as the penalty was ending, here's Draisaitl, McDavid, Draisaitl lets it go, he scores! Leon Draisaitl!
Nugent-Hopkins again gets it back. McDavid shot. They score! Draisaitl!
Nugent-Hopkins pass to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl snaps a shot. He scores! To McDavid. Draisaitl lets it go. He scores! Leon Draisaitl, power play goal. We're tied at 2. Up the middle. McDavid. Draisaitl lets it go. He scores! McDavid. Out in front. Cassian couldn't get a stick on it. Draisaitl. Backhand. Stopped by Lundqvist. They jam it home. It's in. Left ball. Draisaitl lets it go and went off of Andrews. Came right to Nugent-Hopkins. Draisaitl scores! Pass, Draisaitl picked it off, got it to Yamamoto. Yamamoto to Draisaitl. Draisaitl driving from there, scores! What a goal by Leon Draisaitl! In front for Neal, Draisaitl. Oh, what a goal! The Oilers take a 3-2 lead. Another power play goal for Edmonton. McDavid down low for Neal, looking for Nugent-Hopkins. Puck's in there. Draisaitl puts it home. Power play goal. It's 4-0. Skated back the other way come the Oilers. Cassian to Draisaitl. Draisaitl scores. Leon Draisaitl gets his second goal. Draisaitl. Empty net. Great move by number 29, and now he'll skate it by Draisaitl. It's here at Rogers Place. No, what's going to happen? Draisaitl, empty net goal. Lefbaum again at the point. He will give it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl down low for McDavid. Here's the give and go. Shot. Scores. Leon Draisaitl. Got that one by Kakkonen, and we're tied at 2. Nurse and McDavid, 3-on-1. Leon Draisaitl. Connor McDavid. Draisaitl. Oh, baby! Leon Draisaitl. Overtime winner. Takes his time, feeds it through, and they score. Went in on Doughty, and Draisaitl's got another power play goal. And Draisaitl. Here is Nurse. Over to Draisaitl. He scores. Leon Draisaitl ties the game at 1. Here's a chance for Draisaitl. Let's it go. He scores. Pass for Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl scores. To go, Kara in front. Here is Draisaitl. He scores. Leon Draisaitl, just as that penalty was ending. Draisaitl back the other way for the Oilers. Draisaitl hustling, cutting for the net. Leon Draisaitl scores. Draisaitl overtime winner. He's in front. Great chance. Draisaitl puts it home. Alex Chiasson. Nugent Hopkins, Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl ties the game on the power play.
So smart.
Wow. They don't ask you how, they ask you how many. David looking for Draisaitl, snaps a shot, he scores! Leon Draisaitl, 40 goals on the season. The Oilers will alive, they bang away at it. Here's another opportunity. Draisaitl scores! David has it again. Feeds it in front. Piece on there. Another chance. Draisaitl scores!
Bose deserves another. Here's McDavid. Lead pass right-hand side. Quick shot. Save. Rebound score. Leon Draisaitl. And Edmonton does gain a 2-1 lead.
By Nugent Hopkins right out in front. The pass. Draisaitl scores! 4 points in a game. Draisaitl looking for more, gets the hat trick. Out in front, and the puck comes to Draisaitl, and now he's got the Texas hat trick. 4 goals for Leon Draisaitl.
Here comes Kulikov, now McDavid across to Draisaitl. Scores! 100 points for Leon.